Hello chatbox out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my week so far. So that's my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. I hope you guys are having a super duper week. On my Monday I got up, got showered and changed. I was then just listening to a bit of music, doing a bit of drawing, a bit of colouring in, working on some illustrations. I was just working on a bit of a short story that I'm working on and reading a bit of the Monpro Society, and I had a few cups of tea and biscuits. Love a good cup of tea. And then my mum got up and we just watched a bit of TV, listened to a bit of music. My younger brother was on his Xbox, older sister, older brother and dad at work. Dad got back, went off to bed, and my younger sister and her boyfriend were down to stay as they were heading off to York for a getaway that my older sister had booked with them as my younger sister's birthday present from her, and my older sister had done the same with my younger brother and his girlfriend, and they got off to Liverpool and had a really good time. And so my younger sister was getting packed and ready for that, so she was very excited, bless her. And then for my breakfast I had some scrambled egg on toast and a cup of tea, and it was so good, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so good. In fact, even my younger sister had some scrambled egg too. And then I was just listening to a bit of music, do a bit of drawing, tidying up my office as a little bit of a mess, did a bit of colouring in, and I then was just playing with my Bluetooth dolls. And I sorted those out the other day, so we was just taking some snaps of those and put those onto my Instagram. Then I was just twittering away on Twitter and watching some vlogs on TikToks. I then said goodbye to my sister and her boyfriend and wished them a lovely time in York. Got myself ready and I went off on a John Ross walk and got some flower snaps, and the sunshine was so lovely. It had been raining for 3 days, and it's true what they say, the sun after the storm. And yeah, it was a really nice walk, and I'm going to show you guys those flower snaps that I got now. I kid you not, I got about 20 odd flower snaps. I was having a word of a time. I then went off to my favourite little coffee shop. I got myself a white chocolate and mint frappe. I normally go for a white chocolate and raspberry frappe, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to change things up a bit. To my friend who I used to work with, you know, it's their surprise. She was like, oh, she always calls them the white chocolate and raspberry ones monstrosity, as she thinks they're disgusting. And she said, one of those monstrosities down, and I was like, nope, this time I'm gonna have the mint and white chocolate one. And it was so delicious, and I'm gonna show you guys a photo of that now. Absolutely delicious. I then made way down to my grandparents' house where I knew that my younger brother was going to be going after dropping my younger sister and her boyfriend off to the train station to head off to York. So I made way there, and on my way there I heard a car coming. I thought, that car sounds really familiar, and it was only my mum and dad going down to my grandparents' house as well. And they stopped, and I thought, are they going to let me jump in the back? And so of course I walked alongside them, and of course they were just waiting for a car to go past, and then they shot off around the corner down to my grandparents' house. So I was like, thanks guys. I then made my way back down to my grandparents' house and met my mum and dad there. My younger brother was already there out in the garden with my grandma doing a bit of gardening. I went in and had a cup of tea, and we watched a bit of tennis, did a bit of gardening, and got some photos of the garden. It's coming together so nicely, and I'm going to show you guys those now. It's so lovely. I love all the flowers. There's flowers in the back and in the front garden now that me and my siblings have helped do, and it's just so lovely and so great to see all the hard work paying off. And yeah, it's looking really good. Then me and my mum and dad got back, and my younger brother stayed behind to do a bit more of the gardening. I watched the Aussie soaps, wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, did a bit of colouring in, and was watching a bit of Escape to Country. My older brother was back from work and he was on his Xbox, and we were going to be going to a Touch Rugby League match. It's on every Monday night, and unfortunately the other team had to drop out, which is bad for them but good for us, which means we didn't have to play, which is now we go. I think we've got one more game until the final. I think the final might be next week. I'm not quite sure, but it's good, meant that we didn't have to play, so we had the evening to relax and chill. I think we were going to be going down to the Chantry to play a bit of touch rugby, just a bit of fun, but in the end we didn't do that. My young brother and his mate went off to the gym, and for tea we had chicken curry, which was so good, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I helped tidy away. I then had a couple of tins of biscuits and was just reading a bit more Democracy Society. So close to finishing it, and it's getting so good. I literally couldn't stop reading it. I couldn't put it down. I was like, oh my god. And there's so many times where I gasped, and I kind of knew that it was going to happen, but then I was still like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is how it's going. And yeah, it's so good. Such a great book. I really suggest that you do read it. I already have my friend and ex-colleague who works in the coffee place that I go to all the time for those white chocolate heavenly frappes, what she calls monstrosities, say afterwards, can I borrow it? So I'm going to be lending that to her. And then I watched all of EastEnders for this week off BBC iPlayer, and I'm watching all of Corrie and Emmerdale just on normal TV times, just on record, because I tried watching it on ITV Hub and it just threw me off and can't be bothered, so I'm just going to watch them off record. So far that's working. The only one I binge watched all is my favourite one, which is EastEnders. Had to do that. I'm not so fussed on watching all of Corrie and Emmerdale. I watched them when I watched them. I'm just like, And then I went off to bed, and then on my Tuesday I got up, got changed, head downstairs, had some cereal for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV. My mum was asleep as she'd been up in the night with a bad head. Older brother and sister were at work, and dad was at work. He got back, watched a bit of TV, watched a bit of Holmes and the Hammer, then went off to bed as well. And I was just sorting stuff around the house, tidying up the kitchen a bit, listened to a bit of music, did a bit of drawing, a bit of colouring in, played on the Subway Surfer. And then my younger brother went off out with his mates, and I messaged my younger sister asking her how it was going up in York, and hope she had a good time and was having a nice time there, and asking what she was getting up to. So I had a nice chat with her on Facebook. I then got myself ready, locked up, and I went off to my favourite little flower shop up the high street, and I got some flower stats from there. I'm going to show you guys those now. Absolutely love flower photography. It just makes me so happy. I then went and had a look on the child shots. Wasn't anything that took my fancy. There was this one photo, like print, that I saw, and when I put it down, I then went off to Coffee One, and I got myself a caramel frappe, and it's so good. And I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Absolutely love caramel frappes, they're so good. The last time I went in there, I tried the strawberry frappe thing that they were doing, which I wasn't so keen on. But yeah, the frappes are good, so good, caramel frappes. Lots of cream, and because I know quite a few people that work in there, they always put the cream on, like so much cream, which I absolutely love. I then made my way back home. I was going to go off to Tesco to get myself some food, but I thought, nah, it's alright, I don't need to, I can get myself some from home. So I went to make my way back, and all of a sudden it'd been quite nice and sunny, and all of a sudden the heavens opened. Didn't have a coat on obviously because it'd been quite warm, so I got absolutely soaked. I got back and had a pot noodle for my lunch. Then I watched the Aussie soaps, did a bit of drawing, a bit of writing, messed on TikTok a bit, and then I was just doing a bit of colouring in. My younger brother and his mate got back from being out playing footy, and they were out in the garden after the rain had stopped, playing a bit of basketball, and my younger brother chucked the basketball to me. I didn't realise, so of course I went to defend myself and hit my finger and it bruised and yeah, really bloody hurt. And then him and his mate went off out again. Don't mind where he's going as long as he's not him annoying me. And then I watched the Aussie soaps, and then for tea we had a fry up. I love it. Smoked bacon is so good and it was absolutely delicious, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Oh gosh, well after that fry up I was absolutely stuffed, so I sat and let my food go down. We watched a bit of tennis, then I was just listening to a bit of music, doing a bit of drawing. I then watched the soaps. I just had Hollyoaks, Amado and Corrie to watch, as I've already watched all of EastEnders from this week of BBC iPlayer. Then I was just messing on TikTok, did like 5 or 6 TikToks, drafted some of those, put some of those up, and I'm so done caring about the likes, following and watches. I know that they're good and that's all that matters, so I'm not going to be deleting them. If they get crap watches, so be it. And then I went off to bed. Then on my Wednesday, which is today, I got up, got showered and changed. I had some toast and a cup of tea, and me and my mum were watching this program about Gene Wilder, such a brilliant actor. Loved him in Young Frankenstein and Willy Wonka, such a funny, brilliant actor. May he rest in peace, up there with the greats now. And then I was just listening to a bit of music, did a bit of colouring in. My dad got back from work and went off to bed, and older sister and brother are at work. Younger brother had gone off out with his mates, and younger sister and her boyfriend are still at York. They come back tonight, and we FaceTimed them yesterday evening to see how they were getting on up there. And then I got myself ready and went off on a John Ross walk and made my way up to the High Street and went off to the Garden Centre High Street. Garden Centre, there's two, there's one at the High Street and one is a bit far out, and I just went up to the High Street one and got some flashlights from up there, and I'm going to show you guys those now. So about this photo that I saw and looked at the other day, I made my way back, and all the way back I was thinking, oh, I should have gone and get it. I should have got that. Of course, it started to piss it down with raining, so I can't go back now. I just want to go home. So of course, after going into the garden centre up the High Street and having a look around there and getting some snaps, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go have a look, and if it's there, I'm going to get it. So of course, I ran up there, went to go get it, and of course I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone has already taken it, they bought it, and I've missed my chance. And then I saw it, and they obviously just moved it to a different part, so of course I got it, went out to the till, I was like, can I buy this please? Got my card up, went to scan it, and of course they after popped us with the till. They did have a sign that saying cash only, but they'd taken it in, so of course by the time I'd gone down to get the cash from the cash machine, because I only had a card, and go back, of course the sign was outside again. So if that was there originally, I would have made sure I got cash. So of course I bought it, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of it now. Not a photo, I'm going to show you guys the actual thing now. I'm so used to showing you guys photos. Like, yeah, here it is in all its glory. It is beautiful. I love butterflies so much. If I wasn't such a pansy, I probably would get a butterfly tattoo, but yeah, I absolutely love it. It's so pretty, and it's going on the wall over there, and it's just such a lovely print. I then made my way down to the coffee place that I always love to go to, where my ex-colleagues, 2 of them work there now, and always love seeing them and just chatting with them. So I was just talking about my workplace having to shut for 3 days because 2 of my colleagues have had to isolate because of being pinged on the track and trace, but we are going to be opening next Monday or Tuesday, and so yeah, it's just a few days, and because it's only days 2 and we've all been tested and all negative, they're going to be doing the House Hawks box kind of takeaway horse truck thing that they did during lockdown for the next few days until we can open fully again. So yeah, it's all sorted, all fine, and I had to do a natural flow test, so you put in your mouth in your nose, and it bloody out my nose was really sore, and waiting for the negative like test to come back, I was like, this must be the closest thing a man can get to females when they do pregnancy tests, because of course it's either negative or positive, and I was just like, please don't be positive, and luckily I wasn't, which is good. I was very relieved, and I then, after having a lovely long chat with her, get myself a white chocolate mint frappe, made me back home, and I'm going to show you guys the snap of the frappe that I got now, which is just so good. Absolutely love them. So lovely. I love it in there. They've got lovely plants dotted everywhere, and it's just so lovely up there. Love going in there and having a nice chat with them, and it's so lovely. Really good vibes, and they play my town's radio, which plays really good songs. So love going in there, having a frappe, having a good chat, and listening to the really good music that they play. I then got back and I got a package that I'd ordered, and it was from the Disney store, and I'd ordered a Cruella print. I still have not yet watched the film. It comes out in August sometime on Disney when you can watch it for free, because you can pay, but I'm not going to pay when I can wait and watch it for free. So it's been a long wait, but I'm looking forward to watching that. Love Emma Thompson and Emma Stone, which star in it, and I just cannot wait to watch it. I had really good things. So this has arrived. I'm so happy. It is amazing. It's got an illustration of Cruella and lots of like saying like graffiti in the background, and it says lots of things like famous, crude, don't plan, and just lots of things like that on it. Has Cruella at the bottom. So yeah, I'm so happy about this, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of how it came now. It came in a box, a massive box, and was stuffed with lots of like paper, like polystyrene stuff to keep it protected. Of course, I was checking out everywhere to get to the bottom, and of course it was then wrapped in like a cardboard little bit of book, so it didn't get ripped. So of course I had to cut that open and get into that. But yeah, it was so adorable. I loved the inside of the box with all the little like Disney like illustration photos. So of course I got a nice photo of that you just saw with my Cruella print with the Disney like print around the back with all the like Mickey Mouse illustrations, which was so cute. Then I had some lunch. I just had some sausage sandwiches and a cup of tea, and my mum and myself are now going to go off to my grandparents' house to just have a nice catch up with them. And my grandma is planning to take me, herself, and my mum and Grandpa off on holiday down to Minehead in a caravan somewhere. Hopefully that goes ahead. I think it definitely is. My grandma just really wants to go away somewhere, so she's asking if I want to go, and of course I'm not going to say no to holiday, but I will have to check. I have to let my work know in advance so that we can get covered stuff, but should be alright. And yeah, I hope you guys have all had a lovely week so far. I'm off to go watch today's Aussie soaps and then just relax and then get myself ready to go to my grandparents' house for a nice afternoon there. And yeah, I will see you guys with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.